it seems like it's in some way about some very cruel effort to just have fewer people have health care.
But these private insurance companies that operate these plans increasingly say, no, we're not going to cover what your doctor says you need, whether it's a treatment or a medication. That's what prior authorization is. But you never hear anything about that in the advertising, nor do they tell you about those out-of-pocket obligations that could hit you if you make a misstep, if you go out of network. I think it's being sold under that pretense it will save money. It will actually cost more money because prior authorization is expensive. It requires a lot of money being spent on administrative stuff that's not necessary. And it will increasingly burden doctors and hospitals because they have to spend hours every day dealing with individual insurance companies begging for approval. And the other big problem with this is it's not being led by doctors. It's being led by private contractors. Prior authorization is a profit center within some of these big companies. They make money selling their services to say, no, we're not going to cover that.
Speaking on behalf of the other Dr. Davidson in my house, it also presents an administrative burden for doctors' offices significantly. I've been home hearing her on the phone, sort of beating her head against the wall, talking to some person on the end of a line after having arguments over the phone with someone about this, 68-year-old person getting this very basic, very appropriate test. So eventually, a lot of these things get approved eventually if you sit on the phone tree long enough and you argue with enough people. Their hope is that people just give up. They just say, oh, well, to hell with it. We're not going to try it.
The thing that jumps out to me is all the ways that people are trying to save money is setting up these maddening administrative burdens, whether it's work requirements, the fake work requirements, which is just an administrative burden to kick people off the Medicaid rolls, or these massive administrative burdens to try to access care through prior authorization. It's such an insidious way to go about, an unsavory and dishonest way to go about saving money as opposed to just like having a good product and drive
Wendell
down
said
costs.
it actually costs money. When Georgia trialed work requirements, it cost $91 million to administer it, and they saved $26 million. It doesn't even make sense. So really, it's just about. It seems like it's in some way about some very cruel effort to just have fewer people have health care.